David and I came to Wellington Square for the first time about 10 years ago, I guess it was. The band that we had was playing here for the Day of Renewal conference in November. And at that time, I said to David, if we ever got the opportunity to move to Burlington, this was the church we were coming to. We were in a Catholic church in Stony Creek, and when I walked in here, I thought, this is home. It's that feeling you get, a cold winter day when you walk into your house and you just melt into that warmth. That was the feeling that I got when I walked in here, and I knew this was home. So fast forward, we're here in Burlington. We've been here 4 years this weekend. And this summer, or this fall and winter and spring has been a real trial for us with family illnesses, with his mother and such. And then this February, David here decided to collapse. He couldn't breathe well the day of the big storm. And, of course, I think that was the only storm we had, too. So that weekend, he didn't get any better. We went to the doctor on the Monday, and that started a roller coaster journey for him in health concerns. He ended up in hospital for a week, and as soon as he did, I got on my computer, and I emailed everybody I knew, Penny, and I asked for prayers. They discovered that he was in AFib with his heart. His chest was congested with fluid that was compressing his lungs and his heart, and this is why he couldn't breathe. So they drained the fluid and then discovered that he had what's called constrictive pericarditis. The lining around the heart was crushing the heart. He couldn't breathe. It wasn't pumping the blood. He needed heart surgery. So again, I'm on the computer and I'm emailing everybody and I'm updating and I'm getting all these prayers back, and the love and support was just unbelievable. The wait time was till April 23rd before he had his surgery. So we went from February to almost the end of April, and it was a tough time. His mother was still in hospital. He was ill. I was running back and forth, hospital and visiting his mother and going to work. And I was drained, but it was the love, the support, and the prayers from people here, some that I hadn't even met, that just kept pouring into me. And people asking, how is he doing? And it was what kept me going. And without the church community here, I don't know where I would have been. But surgery's done, and there he is.
Sheila and I have always belonged to small groups of various sorts in the church. We started off, when we first came here, with the Alpha group. So we met a lot of people there, and a lot of people prayed for us from that group originally. I belonged to the music ministry at 11 o'clock, and that small group was a huge support.
9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, it's 9 o'clock. No wonder I'm always late. And I, it's just a great group of friends there, and I tell them I'd have an appointment at 2 o'clock, and they'd say something like, well, at 2 o'clock, I'll be praying for you, Unfortunately, doctors don't always keep their appointments right on time, so they may have prayed ahead of time, but I don't think there's a best before dates on prayers. But I got such enormous comfort from it, and to have a praying church behind you when you're going through particularly dark times is such a blessing, and I'm not sure how people do it that don't have a church family behind them. I went through some dark times in the last 6 months. I remember on February 14th, Valentine's Day, I was to go for an angiogram. And I was waiting all day to go for this angiogram. I'm pretty scared. I'm not really great with doctors anyways. And so I waited all day. But it was February 14th, and the surgeon left. He wanted to go home, I guess, and have dinner with his wife on Valentine's Day. And they just sort of left me in the hospital overnight. So I just lost it. I was just so mad. I was angry. I'd gotten the news, this bad news this week. I'm stuck in this little booth where I have to sleep overnight. And Sheila called me on my cell phone later and said, well, everyone's praying for you. And I just thought about that. And I drifted off to sleep, and that really got me through that night. So the power of a praying church, the power of fellowship was an amazing thing. And I thank everyone here for that at that time. So that's what I've come to say.